Hi, my name is Wilfred, and this is a Camtasia for Business Analysis tool. The following presentation will discuss cognitive mapping and the Solder model. Cognitive mapping and the Solder model is a type of soft operational research. White and Rosenhat define soft operational as a family of methods for supporting group decisions of diverse composition within a complex environment to agree a problem focus and make commitments to a series of actions. Soft operational research provides a framework for problem solving and is useful for groups and individuals as it highlights the idea of multiple perspectives and conflicting interests. The soft operational research simply refers to the orientation of the approach as qualitative information gathered rather than quantitative information. Soft operational mainly helps to manage complexities so problems can be found easier and try to provide a clear view of how to solve them. Solder refers to strategic options development and analysis. Solder is a popular method used in soft operational research. Mullicum and Fenwick says, Solder is about reaching consensus and commitment to action. It is not wholly about reaching the right answer, but to enable the client group to develop a mutual problem definition so that they can move to action. Solder is used for designing problem solving intervention through mapping stakeholders' views. It gathers information from members of a group using individual interviews. The information gathered is represented on a cognitive maps in order to show that the concepts are relevant and to show the linkage between the concept. Cognitive mapping is a method used in Solder model. Cognitive maps provide a holistic picture of an individual's overall perspective without losing any details. It enables researchers to move beyond the assumption of internal consistencies to the detailed assessment of specific concepts within the map. Cognitive maps helps each member to refine their thinking, and it allows them to analyze maps content and structure, which will help them to identify emerging themes and core concepts. As presented in Figure 2, it is an example of a simple Solder cognitive mapping illustrating goals, options, and strategic options. Concepts within cognitive maps are generally either goals or options. Strategic options are those that have no other options above them in the map. An arrow signifies influences in a line of argument linking cause and effect. Once individual maps have been produced for an entire group, they are merged into a single map that can initially contain several hundred concepts. Similar concepts are then merged into one while keeping concepts from key members of the group and maintaining a balance of concepts from all members of the group. To make the map manageable, the concepts are arranged into groups containing between 15 to 30 concepts. The final merged map is an overview map showing links between each group. A case study was undertaken in a semi-autonomous government agency which established to manage a large port in Australia. The agency was concerned about the problems with their existing workers' compensation system. An analysis was requested to identify the problem so they can attempt to resolve it. After the initial process was done and each member of the group was interviewed, cognitive maps were produced and used to compare and contrast. Figure 3 is an example of an emerged cognitive map from the research. The result from the map show that what emerged as a real problem is the safety at the agency, protecting the agency from future workers' consumption claims and their concerns about not feeling adequately informed about health and safety issues. Therefore, A meeting was called of key stakeholders and decisions taken to get a programmer to update the computational errors, and for the researchers and relevant stakeholders were to continue to explore requirements for what become known as the Safety Management System, which will be referred as SMS in this Camtasia. At the start of this second phase, the identified participants were adamant that they all understood one another's positions very well. They were all in complete agreement of what was required for the proposed SMS, and that an interview with just one of them would serve to capture all the collective requirements. What emerged through the cognitive mapping in individual and group cognitive maps was that the fact that any view of a shared understanding amongst the participants in terms of their requirements for the SMS were unrealistic, and that rather the cognitive map suggested an almost complete lack of shared understanding. Through a series of group works, it was realized that they need to accommodate all their requirements. The group decided to form a working party to explore the availability and suitability of available software packages, and to start building a more solid business case to justify an investment. The benefits of using Solder model and cognitive mapping: it helps to clarify thoughts of participants. It was important to them to show that they had gone on thinking about the issue. The map seems to provide a tangible reminder of the previous discussion and led to increasing refinement and clarification of the ideas and issues at hand. It also helped stimulate in new thoughts as identification of goals, issues can bring greater clarity, insight and creativity in the cognitive maps. It has been suggested it's a simple analytical tool. This is said because none of the participants in the study experienced any difficulty in being able to read the cognitive maps. The conventions were easily understood, and we felt that very quickly the maps became a quite natural way of capturing thoughts. This helped to involve other stakeholders, as others can understand the map and add their own input to gather wider ideas. Cognitive maps also allow the exploration and development of shared understanding and alert us to a false agreement. Some drawbacks from the Solder's model and cognitive mapping: it caused the degree and source of uncertainty, as people are uncertain about the constraint exists in the problem situation and what priorities should be advanced in pursuit in solving the problem. The case study had an uncertainty of defining the real problem. It also has a high recognition of subjectivity, as emerging different similar opinions into one issue may alter the linkage between problems and solutions. It can also lack accuracy of information, as participants were not convinced that the researchers accurately captures their meaning and intentions. And lastly, it is also very time consuming, as it requires a lot of time to conduct many interviews and draw up many cognitive maps. In conclusion, Solder is an analysis tool that gathers information from a group of people and help them to think about a particular problem, and mainly to achieve understanding and agreement between the members involved in the issues. But how to use the model? Eden suggested that wherever possible the process should continue until no new significant insights or refinement emerged. This is the end of my Camtasia. Thank you for listening.